The Latino vote has abandoned the Republican Party just totally. So, yeah, Donald Trump in 2024 got 42% of the Latino vote. It was 56-42 on the Latino vote side. It was kind of weird that a man who was literally talking about bringing back mass deportations and what was at one point called the wetback policy, which was, the policy of mass deportations that did basically what you're seeing right now across the country, where ICE went out there and just grabbed everybody and just indiscriminately dropped them off wherever. And Trump is literally dropping people off in the CCOT prison in El Salvador, in prisons in Africa and other locations. And as a result, Latinos are seeing this. They're seeing this in their communities. They're witnessing what mass deportation was like back in the 50s. Exactly what it was like. Why the Zoot Suit riot broke out. Why all of these things happened. They happened because of people like Tom Homan, Kristi Noem, Donald Trump, and the Department of Justice that does not want to enforce 18 U.S.C. 242 to tell ICE officers to follow the constitutional rights of every individual here, no matter what. Stay well inside of it, perform your duty, but do it within the confines of the Constitution. Latinos literally are out there in their Latino communities and working with people like me here in LA who volunteers with them, who are out there trying to remind communities like, ICE is there trying to protect day laborers, gardeners, whatever, people from being just simply attacked in parking lots. Not going after the bad guys, which they could get pretty quickly, but going after people who are just basically doing the hard day's work. Going after those guys. And not deep people. And then sending some of these people to CCOT, sending them to Africa and things of that nature. This is what the Latinos are seeing. And that's why it went from 56-42 in 2024 to now, just simply in like the New Jersey vote, which was 68-31, which is actually superior to that of Joe Biden in 2020, which was 66-32. In Virginia, 67-33, which is higher for Joe Biden than Joe Biden's one in 2020. And yet, Trump would see a 1-point improvement in that number than what he did nationally. But the reality is that these numbers, at least in my opinion, are going to be solid going forward because Latinos are going to remember this. They're going to remember their terror. They're going to remember the fact that they literally said that it was okay for ICE to just grab them just because they looked Latino. That they didn't need to follow the constitutional process, and that the Republican Party up and down the ticket keeps saying that these people don't have constitutional rights when they do. And Latinos know they do because they walk around with the red cards telling them what their rights are. And they're not seeing a single Republican activist standing up for them anywhere at any time. They're seeing Democrats like myself and others standing up with them to protect them from wrongful deportation or wrongful arrest. Their congressmen are attacked. Their city council people who have every right to be able to question ICE's actions, questioning those actions, and then those people threatening to be arrested. Congressmen and senators who have the legal right to inspect ICE facilities without notice to make certain that they are humane treatment, and Donald Trump and the Republican Party cheering the potential attempts to arrest these individuals who are simply performing their constitutional duties with regards to the citizens within their district and the people within their district. Because sometimes, yes, U.S. citizens have been grabbed by ICE. Yes. Latino U.S. citizens have been grabbed by ICE. Yes. ICE's extreme behavior have attacked visitors who have tried to come here to just visit and spend some money, and those people have been detained. You have priests and activists being pepperballed and hit with pepper spray. But you know who's seeing that? Latinos. Yeah, minorities are seeing that. Minorities who are here lawfully, legally, are seeing that. That's what they're watching. They're hearing CCOT. They get that. And that's why Donald Trump actually has performed this in this last election. Latinos came out more for Democrats than they did under Joe Biden's 2020 performance. This is the nightmare that the GOP has. Their only way to stop this is to rein in ICE's enforcement methods and turn them into something that is more humane. The problem, though, that you're going to have with that, even if you do, Latinos will never forget it, will still not forget it because the videos are there. And their communities are filled with people who are suing for these treatments. This is what has happened. This is where the GOP dies. Because they just killed the entire Latino vote. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe.